Hello everyone. Welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. At the Newman Ranch, Nikki shows Seth into her living room and pours him some coffee. He thanks her for meeting with him. He's feeling so bad for letting her down. Seth tells Nikki how determined he was to help her kick the bottle, no matter what it took. But he failed and is shattered. Nikki asks if he's drunk right now or at the state where he's maintaining a constant buzz. They talk about their disease. She knows Seth stumbled, but he was strong enough to reach out for help, and that's a positive sign. Seth admits that was thanks to a friend from their meetings who urged him to look to her. She wants to remain anonymous, so he's trying to respect that. Nikki can respect that too. Seth explains that the woman has been giving him a lot of good advice. After Nikki reminds Seth that she can't be his support system, he hopes they can at least be friends again. He's been drinking out of guilt and shame for leaving her in the lurch. Nikki insists that's giving her too much responsibility when it has nothing to do with her. He assures her that nothing is her fault. She's happy to hear that, but doesn't think they can be friends when they are struggling. When Seth tells her he wants to start making amends, she says that their being in touch right now is likely not a good idea. Seth won't push, and she urges him to get a real sponsor and keep moving, forgiving himself. As he sips his coffee, Seth tells her that he will go to all the meetings that he can. Eventually, Nikki admits she misses their conversations and agrees to a cup of coffee once in a while. At Society, Sally reminds Adam that he said he had news. He says it's a surprise for later, and she tries guessing what it is. "Did you get me a puppy? A Lamborghini?" she asks. Taking her hands, he says that good things come to those who wait. He admits he may have spoken too soon with the promise he made to her, since things have hit a speed bump. Sally says she would be disappointed, but the disappointment of her career is overshadowing everything else. She says that she and Chloe might make a pitch to Chancellor Winters to start up a division for them. He asks her not to do that and assures her it's because of his infinite confidence in her. Victor shows up and tells his son he needs a memo done by tomorrow. He also needs him to get legal to finish a red line. After Victor heads over to the bar, Sally asks Adam if he's still getting along with his father. Sally's eyes bug out as he explains that he asked his father to revisit the idea of launching a division for her at Newman. Spectra thinks he's overstepped. He says it would be great business for her and the company. Wouldn't she rather work closely with him than going hat in hand to Chancellor Winters or Nick? Newman could buy Nick out, and she wouldn't know him anything. Sally says these are still her decisions to make. Adam assures her that he would not be her boss, and he would trust her to run her own shop. Sally thinks he's saying all the right things, but she's not sold on this. Victor teased her with this option before but screwed her over to put her in her place. What would stop him from doing that again? Me, says Adam. Sally's sure his father would still stand in the way. Adam insists this will all be legal and on paper, none of that verbal stuff. Sally remains unconvinced and complains that Adam made a career choice for her without coming to her first. This is her business and future. Conceding he went about this the wrong way, Adam insists his motives were pure and that this is a good idea. Sally accuses Adam of mapping out her whole future, but he urges her to recognize that it makes sense. His father needs some more time, but Sally needs to keep an open mind. Victor returns to the ranch and asks Nikki how things went with the Seth fellow. She says he's been struggling and it helped him to talk to someone. Nikki thinks she pointed him in the right direction and gave him some hope. It felt good to be on the giving side. Her husband can sense she's coming around and feeling good about herself, which is good for her recovery. Outside the ranch, Seth sends a text to Jordan, thanking her for nudging him to talk to Nikki. She reads it and smiles. Tucker is surprised to find Ashley has broken into his suite and is waiting for him. She tells him he was right and that her reaction to everything in Paris was extreme. McCall points out that she's been adamant that he was gaslighting her, and now she claims she's the one who was acting extreme. Better late than never, she says. He chuckles and asks what is really going on with her. Has she been playing him all along? Chuckling back, Ashley admits she has a hard time trusting men and exaggerated things. What he did was upsetting but never violent.